I'm just saying that this might not be just a really entertaining video.
Hey guys, what's up? It's DeSupo here, and I just made a Yeeps card game. This took me so long to make, so I hope people play it. It's very interesting, and we're gonna go straight into it. So the game's name is Combat, and if you didn't guess by the name, it's about combat. So, first we're going to talk about how we actually set this up for your community worlds if you want to have this in. So, you want to have, I purposely just did this because red, blue teams, you know? And then you want to have signals for for making the turn-based part of it. And you're gonna want player indicators. So anyway, these buttons,
There's meant to be a light, I swear.
they basically, at the end of your turn, you press it, and that chooses who turns this is. So, combat is a 2-player, 3-player, 4-player, any amount of Yeeps you want that's not 1. I don't have any friends. That's kind of a problem. Who actually own a VR headset and play Yeeps? So I'm just going to be showing you myself. Kind of depressing. Yeah. So anyway, to my note wall. So, at the start of each game, you're going to want to make a couple of indicators. So, player indicators, which you want 2 blocks apart. This is also known as a bat distance. You're going to want indicators for stars and gold tokens, which we'll get into later. You do start with 1 star and no gold tokens when you first begin your round, and you slowly get more and more, and I'll explain how you actually get gold tokens and all that stuff. For stuffing, remember, make an indicator for that, obviously. I don't know genuinely how you would make an indicator for stuffing. I'm not gonna do like a ton of math things and just smack down pills like, this is worth this, go use that. But that determines how much health you have. And also, your, like, gadgets, paints, all that, except foods, they will cost their original stuffing amount. So you have to have enough stuffing to actually pull out your gadget and then also use it, like for ranged weapons. Okay, so do a random event that will decide who goes first. So what I mean by that is, like, I don't know, if you have revolvers unlocked, do a 50-50 Russian roulette or something like that. Or maybe like a yeep flip or whatever you really want to just decide which goes first. Like, you could use the Yeeps plush. If it lands on front, then that person goes. But if it lands on its back, then the other person goes. Why did you land on your front? That's not very nice. So anyway, you gotta tell your players, let me pull out my binder, to get 3 cards. 3 cards of any of their choice, as long as they're 1 star. So I can't use the alien portal ball because it's 3 stars. So I'm gonna real quickly just find some 1-star items. So I didn't manage to actually get 3 cards out. It's really difficult to do. I hope in the next update they add card sleeves, because currently they last like 2 seconds before they immediately come straight back into your binder, which is really annoying if you want to play this. So hopefully next update they come out with those. Okay, so when it is your turn, with your face down cards, you can either use a card, refill on stuffing, 250 stuffing a turn, do a movement, 1 block in any direction. So basically, like, you can move up 1 block, to this way 1 block, backwards 1 block. I don't know if you would be able to move diagonally 1 block, but if you want to in your game, why not? And yeah, that's your player indicators.
I'm sorry, but I just heard poom tater.
Or you can wait. Waiting, trust me, Waiting's useful. Waiting 2 turns grants you a star. So, stars can be used once. And determine the cards you can actually pull out of your binder. So you start out with 1 star. Keep that in mind. So, I'll just toss these over here for now. So you start out with 1 star. This means you can draw 1-star cards. And that's the only amount of cards you can actually draw. It's 1 stars. At the end of your turn, you draw a card. Depending on your star amount, it depends on what cards you can pull. If you have 2 stars, you can pull a 2-star out. And it's 1 2-star before you have to regenerate. If you have 3 stars, you can pull out a 2-star or a 3-star. And if you have 4 stars, you can pull out 2 2-stars, a 3-star, or a gold token. So, gold stars can be played with gold token. Gold stars? Gold cards can be played with a gold token in your possession. So let's say I have a gold token here, then I would be able to pull out my lightning minion wherever he is. Hiya, boy. Oh, I traded him. I have this one now. The gold explosive grenade. This is 1 star, so I can play it. And that's another thing you need to know. You need to have the stars to actually play your gold card. So if you have a 3-star gold card, it would do so much damage, so much health to you, or whatever it would do, you would need those 3 stars. So after you get your gold token and these revert back to 1, you need to grind even more to get back to 3 or 2 to get that back. These can stack. You can get multiple gold tokens, so you can actually, get more gold cards. If you don't own gold cards, I'd just say you pull out a card, remove your gold token, and just say, remember, this is a gold card. So stars can be used. Weapons. Weapons are used to kill your enemy. That's the way you kill them. Weapons do 150 stuffing each. And have ranges. So, if we come over to my awesome demonstration, we can see that the bat has a range of 2. And that's also for a lot of weapons, like the beam blade. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Like the beam blade. That also has a range of 2. And also the mace. And the candy cane. And a lot of gadgets have 2-star range. So, there are other gadgets, of course, like the dagger or the boomerang, which are 1 block. This one is classified as a ranged weapon, though, because you can throw it. This is the only ranged weapon that I know of that will not cost you cotton every time you hook this thing. Alright, let's head back to my notes. So 1 star does 50 extra stuffing to the other player. 2 star gives them 100 less stuffing. 3 star does 150 less stuffing. And finally, the gold does 200 stuffing away from them.
So actually 2-star does 50 extra, 3-star does 100 extra, and then gold does 200 extra. So you're incorrect.
Ranged weapons like pellet guns, they do 200 damage each. And they cost 100 cotton to shoot. There's a 50% chance whether this bullet will hit or miss. I just wanted to do that because ranged weapons otherwise would be like extremely busted, which I don't want. I want to keep things fair and square. So we're gonna head on to this other player's note here, weapons' special abilities do 100, or what they actually do in the game. So, like, the backstab of the knife will do 100 extra damage for your attack, or the slam of the mace. Except the candy cane, this one doesn't do any extra damage. And this is a passive special ability, where basically it would pull the person one block towards you, which is extremely useful for combat. Except the thing is, I don't even know if they actually have the candy cane as one. I don't have all of the cards. And eating gadgets gives you half of the stuffing. That's really important. Half of the stuffing. You don't get all of the stuffing, you get half of it. Because getting all of the stuffing, there would be no risk for pulling out gadgets anymore. So I wanted to add a little risk and reward. So let's say, with your 1 star, you buy a paintbrush. Woohoo! Paint is really useful, surprisingly. You blind the other enemy for 2 turns. And how do you blind them? You remove your player indicator and just give a mental thought of where your player is. So basically, if I painted my opposing player, I would remove this, and then I would keep in thought, if I'm going to move, if I'm going to do something to them, they can't see for the next 2 turns. I did forget to say that, didn't I? Another thing for weapons is that you can do a movement and an attack in the same turn. So you can step forward. You can step forward and do a gadget attack. Like, you can hit him with a bat, a dagger. Anything, really. Your gadgets can be used with a movement as well. So, the 1 star paints, they blind you for 2 turns. It's fair and square. It's only 3 stars that give an extra turn, and gold gives 2 extra. Keep that in mind. Food items. Everyone loves the cooking update, right? Please tell me I'm not the only one here who likes the cooking update. There's gotta be people out there. So your food items, they will restore cotton for you.
I meant to say stuffing trash games.
And they cost absolutely nothing. They're free to pull out. Except they are only used once. 1 food item per round. No. You use each food item once. So let's say I have bacon and eggs. I eat it. I can't use that card anymore. For the entire rest of the game. And I say ad. And depending on the stars, that depends on how much health they give you. 1 star gives you 50. 2 stars give you 100. 3 stars give you 150. And gold food items give you 200. So movement gadgets. All of that. So mobility items allow you to go in the air, move, with the firework, like stuff like that, or on the ground. Really useful. I am telling you right now that's useful. Because they can swing up at you if you don't have a gadget. And that would be catastrophic for you because then they could just... that just does cotton to you, which is not good. And you can use that gadget and toss it up, and they can't hit you. So 1 star sends you 1 block far. 2 stars sends you 2 blocks far. 3 stars sends you 3 block stars. And gold sends you 4. And another player's note is you can't move midair without a movement gadget. So if you are a block up, you can't move anywhere. You have to have a mobility item to actually move. This just represents basic falling. Like, if I fall normally, I can't make like a sudden dash forward because there's no ground beneath me. And I don't think there's air grabbers. If they are, those are busted. Probably when I make another video on this game, I'll change that a lot. But you see, if I have like this, I can slam. They going after me? Nope. Nuh-uh-uh. I can just fly away to Neptune before coming back down. I haven't, done tick rates yet, so it's just normal. I probably will, make rates for how far you go. And so winning the game, as you know, is very simple. You want your opponent to be dead. On the ground, no more cotton. Deflated like a balloon. And that's literally the game. Super simple, pretty easy to set up actually. The only difficult part is the lighting, except that takes you 10 seconds. And I'm not making a wiring tutorial on how to do this. This should be really simple. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. So, seeing people, play this game would be really fun. I hope to see this in some public lobbies, some community worlds, any way you can get this out there. So, yeah. Wow. I can't believe it. You stayed to the end of the video. That's really good. At the end of each of my videos, this is going to become a tradition, you get to boop his snoot. Go on, don't be shy. Boop his little snoople doople. Beep. Thank you. And yeah, that's combat. So have a good day, and if you want to support me, like and subscribbling. Yeah.